Hi and welcome back to my solo playthrough of Utopia. Overall, I think things were doing quite alright. There was one thing that James kindly made me aware of, and that's in respect to the villain trick over here. I always played it, and quite honestly, I still don't think it's crystal clear in the rules that when you move down, you automatically reset. That's not the case, apparently. So in this case, Scarface moves down. Yes, he will complete his butterfly effect mission, but only with the next successful mission will he move back up to the starting position, and he doesn't get any bonus for that. So I think I can't really take everything back at this point in time. So the next time I will do a successful mission, I will simply not move the disc down here, and this should really repair, let's say, the slight little goof I've been doing. But again, thanks so much for making me aware. And I think with that being said, and without further ado, we should be able to get back to the game. Unfortunately, yeah, he is still the starting player. I think this didn't change as far as I could tell. And I think there was, I think he did an assassination bonus action also, or main action was assassination. Yeah, exactly. That's why he is the starting player. So let's flip the next card. We have Leopold II. And again, he's going for a topmost or the topmost requirement of the invade the English scheme, which is the combat space. And of course, everything is available right now. So he is moving his cultural chrono ship to this space. I really wanted to get there because I do need some more combat action, but I think I can still... No, I think I can cover this, not a problem. So he's now blocking this space. As I said, I'm not going to move his drone down because I already did that as part of a former action. And again, just to give me some air to breathe. But that's basically his turn done. Back to me. And ultimately, I want to establish the Roman Empire. Therefore, I do need 2 combat tokens and 2 cultural ones. I have 2 of these combat tokens, but I don't have any of those cultural ones. I don't think he is taking any of these actions away from me, and in fact the space is currently available. He has technologies basically here in time zone 4 and 7, but if I would be sending Robespierre down, I can pretty much ignore that. As for the 2 remaining combat tokens, I can always go to the alternate time zone here where we defeated the Horse Lords, because the Scarface will never go there. It's a safe space. But again, having something now on a safe space, all the more reason actually to send someone here. And maybe that's what I should be doing. Am I going to recruit someone though this round? And I don't think so, because ultimately I want a war crew member, basically with combat tokens. Again, neither of those are out here. So I think let's stay on target and either go for this or that. Again, I don't think he will go to this space here. There is no need for him at this point in time. So he will either go to this space, no, not to this, to this space, or to the combat space, right again. So I think in order to be safe, I need to send someone here to the Horse Lords, to the alternate time. I'm not going to send our cultural crew member because we want the 2 points here. And yeah, that's the thing. Looking at our mission again, yeah, we need a chrono ship in time zone 3, which is exactly the one where he has started his tunnel. This was really double bad, actually. Oh, I hate him so much. But yeah, we can't change it, right? So I guess we are going to send Francis Drake now to deal with the defeated Horse Lords. Because we have a drone here in the alternate time zone, I'm allowed to take that action basically twice, independent of which leader I'm sending. And if I would have been sending a military leader or crewman, I would have taken that action twice, resulting in 4 of those tokens. But 2, I think, are currently sufficient. So let's move back to Scarface. We are discarding the Uber Morlock. Nice. And oh, he's going to assassinate someone, and oof, I'm really happy that I did send my first drone ship here to the alternate time zone, because right now we are completely safe. This also means, okay, it still comes with a price. So it's not a successful mission. So we are no longer, or not moving this down again. But he would do that from time zone 7, basically starting from here. Yeah, he will place it there actually. He will block that space, but I think I can actually live with that. Cool. He's not taking anything because of his, let's call it, consolation prize. He's simply there to block that space. But that's all the more reason now to send Pope Alexander VI of Borgia to the Renaissance Italy here in order to generate 2 cultural knowledge discs. Yeah, he knows his stuff for sure. So right now we have everything we need in order to complete this mission here. Of course, we still need to send someone to time zone 3, and I'm currently debating if I should be doing that, or if I should rather send someone to the mission control room to claim my final mission, because basically both the Crusades and the Incas are pretty nice. I think that's the better deal. We would be spawning another time zone. The problem with that time zone is, though, this mission will also spawn a B alternate time zone, and there can be only one of each of those. So we have a B time zone, alternate time zone, and a C time zone. B is already occupied by the horse lord, so we are basically overwriting alternate time zones if we are messing with the Romans here. Again, all the more reason now to send someone here to the mission control room. And I think it's also all the more reason actually to take the ally with the Incas, because again, the military one could go away relatively soon actually. Yeah, let's do that. So we're grabbing this one here. We need a ship in 5 afterwards, but that is fine. Again, this is our 3rd mission. Of course, we still need to complete both of those in order to win. Who still has more cruise ships? Or we Jack the Ripper. Nice. And okay, he's going to the trade space. Yeah, the only thing he will do, that could be problematic. And I think, oh no, of course it is. Oh, that's so bad. But one step at a time. So we are sending his chrono ship here to the trade space. This doesn't do anything for him, but of course it was a successful mission, or rather action. So we are moving his little drone down, and now he's really taking a murderer action. And because his action card shows a 2, we check our player board, and this is position 1, this is position 2, so he is assassinating Robespierre. And for the murderer action, it doesn't matter where this fellow is. Either here still on the board, which would be really ultra bad. So if he's murdering someone and we haven't used that chrono ship, that would be really penalizing. But in this case, we kind of dodged the bullet, but still we have to send Robespierre to limbo. I think we can pay for him actually to get him back, but still it will cost us 1 precious resource, which we really need for our final mission. But that's already the end of the round. Again, I want to claim him back, which means he's a political leader, so we need to spend a political disc. Of course, we could spend any 2, but we have it. So we are sending those fellas all home. He remains the starting player. I will reset all those time zone cards here, and then we are ready to start our next round. So we have Boudica here, we have Leonardo da Vinci, we have Florence Nightingale, again highly thematic. Scarface is still the starting player, so let's see what he does. And this is Emperor Nero. Okay, he's trying to burn down Rome, I believe. Okay, he's going to assassinate someone, but again, there is no one to assassinate on the board, and that's now... No, I think the action is unfortunately still successful. If the space is available, this is considered to be a successful action. At least that's how I understood it. He can't kill any one of us. That's at least a small relief. But it still means he has successfully completed his 2nd mission here, invading Rome. And it's really a pity that I can't show you the corresponding alternate time zone count, because they're really all hilarious. I like them a lot actually, but maybe that's also an incentive for you to buy the game and yeah, try it out yourself. I need someone in time zone 3 actually, right? Yes, indeed. So we are going to send, I think again, Francis Drake, because we are not going to trade. We are still claiming one of those tokens. We could actually go for Boudica now, but I don't think, unfortunately, that we will need her. And I want to finish my mission now. I think so. I think we have to do that now. So here's our token, and now basically, after our main action, we are going to complete the mission here. Establish the Roman Empire. We just sent a ship to time zone 3. We have to spend 2 cultural ones. We have to spend 4 military ones. Now we are spawning the next ripple effect, or through the ripple effect, we are spawning the next alternate time zone. Again, this means this is gone because it's also a B card. We are getting the drone back, of course. We are not losing it. All ships, I believe, while they're on here, would have been sent to limbo now. So I think also one additional reason why I didn't go for it last round. So we are going to spawn 3B, right? Yes, indeed. So let's see, let's do some reading. Again, it's hilarious, at least in some instances. So that's the one side. Establish the Roman Empire. At the Battle of Actium in 31 BC, Octavian is on the brink of defeating his rivals and converting the Roman Republic into an empire. What do? Allow Octavian to become emperor, but then mix things up by recruiting Marie Curie from 1903 to trigger a scientific revolution. So this would give us a scientific space. Not sure if we need it though. Or, that's an interesting one. You meddle in the battle by giving Anthony and Cleopatra the CSS Virginia, a Confederate ironclad warship from the American Civil War in 1862. Anthony and Cleopatra blow Octavian's fleet to smithereens and pronounce themselves joint emperor and empress. From their capital in Alexandria, they control the empire through a network of spies. So we would be unlocking the spy space now. And this one, on a alternate time zone, you may spy on any one time zone location occupied by a chrono ship, except assassination. Taking that action, your chrono ship remains on the alternate time zone location and doesn't trigger tech. So that isn't terrible. We could take that action right away, actually. But no, of course we can't. That's a bummer. Because the only time zone he's at is, in fact, the assassination space. So we can't copy that. Still, it's a good one. We may not want to use it right now, but we can use it later. On the other hand, if we would flip it back, we would be getting 2 resources. And again, with Sir Francis Drake's trade power, this would really give us something, actually. So maybe that's the better deal right now. That's 2 tokens, right? And science, we could still go for tech. Why not? Let's try that. Unfortunately, table real estate is a problem with this game. Board is huge, actually. So yeah, let's do that. So we are sending Francis Drake down here. We are also sending one of our drones. And because we have a drone, we are getting 2 science tokens. And these are the first science tokens we have seen in this playthrough. Nice! So one more to go. We want to ally with the Incas. We could get culture actually this round, and we still need 3 more of those. But again, we could send Francis Drake next round to trade these 3 into whatever we need. Yeah, I think we are on an okay track here, but that's our turn. And yeah, indeed, we would be discarding the last card, Blackbeard Teach. So we have to reshuffle those action cards. I will do that off camera, and then we are going to flip another one. So this is the new pile. Let's give it a cut, but I do think we are still discarding one card from the top of it. So we're not just taking the topmost card. I will simply do that, right? It's a random card. It's Schrödinger's deck, right? So we have the Triffids again. And again, he's going to the bottom one, which is the Combat Spades, which we have again evaded with our last action. Are you kidding me? So he is doing another successful action. So he is moving back up, but again, from what I understand, he's not gaining any immediate bonuses from that. Okay, at least something, but again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more successful action and he will end the game. Back to us, and before anything crazy happens, we are going to grab our 2 cultural tokens here. We could still lose them. Keep in mind, if we're getting assassinated, we have a fresh deck, so we have no clue what's happening. But for now, we will definitely take those 2 cultural tokens. And again, we only need 3 more of those. So next round we could in theory win it, because if we are sending Robespierre to the politics space, which is currently at least available, we get 2 more, and then next round we could, yeah, nice. Okay, back to Scarface. We are discarding Genghis Khan. He's going, no, he can't assassinate. He's blocking it himself. Okay, that is hilarious. So not a successful action here. He's blocking that space, but I don't think I'm going there anyway. Oh, that's so cool. And I guess with our last action, we are absolutely going down there. We will. It's a politician, so we're getting 2 politics token. Unfortunately, maybe I shouldn't have spent those. This one we could have. No, we could have won it with our first action actually in the next round. But yeah, that's not going to happen. Unfortunately, we need at least 2 more actions in order to successfully claim our 3rd mission. But okay, this is the end of the round, and for whatever reason I have the feeling that I did something incorrectly with Scarface the other round. Did I give him too many actions or so? Because I remember he'd taken the last action last round, but we do have the same amount actually. No, we have the same amount of chrono ships. Yeah, not sure what happened there. Maybe I'm imagining things, who knows. But yeah, we are going to reset for the next round to come, which might be cautiously saying the last round of the game. Let's see about that. Okay, let's see what he does. We are going for the top action, which is no, it's not. Oh gosh. The top action for him, or in order to design the Taj Mahal, he has to go to the cultural action space. And this was one we are needing, but I think we already have all the requirements we need. It's a maybe problem, but really not so much. He's blocking it. So it was a successful mission for him, or successful action. Why do I keep saying mission? So this is moving down here, and again we check the radar space here, and again we can go to the bottommost one. If there are no player tags in time zones 0 to 7 on the game board, the raid fails, and we haven't developed a single tag for whatever reason, but that's how the game goes sometimes. Again, the action was successful for him, but he's not getting a direct bonus out of it. But he needs 4 more steps to go. But we might, if really things go well, there's still a risk. I think we are going to claim our thing here. We could still trade something, but I think gaining stuff is better than trading stuff, right? Because yeah, that's the better deal. So we are going to send, let's go with Robespierre, because this will generate more knowledges, which we can use for all kinds of stuff. Nice. And apart from that, yeah, we would be gaining the technology bonus from other players, but yeah, we don't have anyone down here. And in order to complete our mission, we want to ally with the incomes, and we have to do that here in Renaissance Italy 1492. Okay, so let's discard. Now he's going to the bottom one, which again is the combat space, and I think that's quite all right actually. I mean, yes, he is going to successfully activate or do his action, and in fact maybe this could become a problem. Oh, I see that now. Oh, this would be so mean. So it was a successful action, so he's moving down here, so he's going for a communication technology, and are you kidding me? No, I think, and that's so mean, it's exactly the one where we need to go. So he's going to invent the printing press. He still has 1 more discs actually, 1 more of his drone disc, so we are sending it here. But I think we are okay actually. We have 5. Oh yeah, because if we send someone here, we either have to spend 1 culture or 1 politics, and we have 5 politics. Of course, I could have also hold on to the Robespierre, our politician, then we could have dodged it. But yeah, you never entirely know what he's doing. But I still think that's okay. Now, from now on, he's no longer able to assassinate me or use the assassination action, because all of his drone ships are out of here. I think he can still use the murderer bonus action from basically a successful mission, because from what I understand, you don't require a drone in order to do that. Correct me if I'm wrong, James, but I don't think it will matter. And of course, because he's out of drones, he will also not be able to develop any more tech. Anyway, I still think we should be quite all right here. We are going to send Francis Drake to the Carrack. I mean, this makes really perfect sense. And I think he came from this time zone. Exactly. Makes perfect sense to send him here, because we have tech here. We have to spend something. We are going to spend one of the tokens. We are not going to recruit. We don't have to take the action, at least from what I understand. I think you don't have to take the action then. But the only reason I went there was to satisfy the condition of this mission card here. We have to have a chrono ship in time zone 5, which we just did. Then we are spending 4 politics. We are spending 2 of our cultural discs. That's enough to satisfy this mission. So we have won the game, but we are definitely going to read the corresponding alternate time zone card. So let me see if I can find it. Here it is. You recruit Edward Jenner from 1749 together with his vaccine for smallpox. You travel to 1532 and vaccinate the Inca population. You also warn Emperor Hualpa, apologies, that Francisco Pizarro is not to be trusted. When the Spanish conquistadors land, they are captured for sacrifices to the sun god Inti. What do? Support an Incan medical revolution, or spare the Spanish in return for their slave labor to build a magnificent fleet of galleons. Use these galleons to explore the Pacific Ocean, discovering New Zealand and Australia in 1536. These islands are claimed for Emperor Atahualpa and the Incan Empire. So we would either gain some exploration or some science, but again, it matters not, because we have just won the game and the game immediately ends. Okay, it was kind of close, because with 3 more steps he would have also triggered the end of the game. Ultimately, I think I was somewhat lucky, but keep in mind we are still playing on a relatively low difficulty level. So let's have a look at Edward Teach, for example. Not only is his track 1 space shorter, so he will do basically invent or fulfill his missions much quicker. I think he's also more aggressive in respect to the piracy action, or for crew and for other technology. I think when you go for the last difficulty level, I think it's the last one indeed, the Nazis here, that's only 4. And I think this would be brutal. I wouldn't have stood a chance at all. Keep that in mind. And again, in between there are various difficulty levels, which I certainly do appreciate. And overall, really, I did enjoy this playthrough here. And yeah, that's how you play Utopia using the official solo mode. There is also a cooperative mode where I think you can play, is it only 2 players or even more players? But then you play it on the other side, because you are then simulating at least a 3-player game from what I understand. So if you want to spice things up, you will have way more variety in respect to the characters that are coming out in the alternate time zones and whatnot. So definitely a lot of replayability in this game. That much is clear. One thing I also didn't really show you are those factions, which also allow you to further spice up your game a little bit. They all come with, let's say, a special power with the requirements. So let's take the Thals here, for example. The Mammoth Caravan requires 1 crew member from time zone 1. At the start of every round you get something. Place your faction disc representing your Mammoth Caravan into a time zone. Any other player that wishes to visit time must pay you 1 knowledge disc of any type. And you get stuff. But on top of this, because you're getting something nice out of this, you also no longer directly win. Scenario, you also have to, you have more or less found your own little utopia here, your evolution. We have to complete 3 chronological missions from time zones 4, 5, 6 and any one other mission. So it basically makes the game a little bit longer and also, let's say, a little bit more challenging. But again, in return, you're getting something out of that. The solo player or the AI player will never play with those factions, but even in a solo mode, you are allowed to use those if you want to. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed my little playthrough here. A huge shout out to all of my patrons and channel members out there. You guys are amazing. And if you want to support my little channel here, you will find a link to my Patreon. You can join me here directly on YouTube. There is a thanks button below the video for a small, or maybe not so small donation. Like and subscribe, leave a comment. This also really greatly helps the channel. I totally appreciate that as well. And with that being said, hope to see you soon in one of my other videos, and until then, bye bye.